Hi everybody, this is the University of Kansas Beekeeping Club, and we got a special video for you. Show everyone all of our hives. We have Alex, Caden over there. There's Vaughn and Elizabeth, and then my name is Joe. We have one hive over there, and then yellow, red, and then two nucleus hives that we're growing. We'll go take a look inside this so you guys can see some bees up close. Here we have a pretty classic frame of bees. Tons of them on there. This is their brood. We can see some drone cells, which are the bigger ones, right around there. And then this other side we can see there's some honey, which the bees are going to use, and then more brood all the way around here. And then look at this little girl. She has a ton of pollen there in her pollen sacs. She's on Vaughn right now. She's just curious. But you can see the pollen that she's carrying around. She's gonna go back in the hive and deposit that. But it's really cool because you can see other colors of pollen on all the different types of bees. You can tell, what flowers these bees are visiting from the color of their pollen. So, we're not pollen experts. If I had to guess though, that looks like dandelion pollen. But they carry all the pollen on these little hairs on their back legs. This is pollinators in action right here. Here's a drone. Let's see right there. That's a male. He's a lot bigger than the females, obviously. He's just around for genetic material.
A lot less common than the worker bees.
A lot less common than the worker bees. Pretty much during the season, only about 20 to 30% of the hive is drones. There's the queen. She's that big, long one right in the middle of the frame, and she is very important. We are always on the lookout for the queen, and we found her. So that's pretty cool. There's a ton of honey.
Oh, honey. Oh, it's dripping.
Yeah, we got some dripping honey there. But all honey, we don't see any brood there. They waxed over this honey, so this is honey that they're saving for later, and then this is uncovered honey. Liz, how heavy do you think that frame is?
Probably 10 pounds.
Yeah, about 10 pounds, she said. So part of what we do is we kind of clean the hive, make sure it's organized for the bees to make them want to stay here. So this is some of the wax that Vaughn is cleaning off the side of the hive. You can boil this down, melt it down, and turn it into candles and chapstick and whole tons of stuff. So these small hives over here are a fifth of the size of any of these. What we're doing we're going to try and raise our own queen bees this year. So we have frames of bee brood in here, so baby bees. We have one frame of honey. Think of this as a really, really mini colony. In which case, when the queen is ready and laying eggs in here, we're going to take her and requeen one of these hives. And it allows you as a beekeeper to be more selective with the types of queens you have, because they dictate the behaviors of the hive, but they also influence the strength of them as well. Some hive work in action. Right now we have some sugar water that we're going to feed them. So this sugar water here is going to use to help feed the bees right now when flowers are just starting to come up for spring. So without a lot of nectar for them, they still need some extra help from us as beekeepers to be the biggest hive that they possibly can. So this sugar water is like fake flower nectar for them, which they're going to use to make honeycomb, store for food later on, and get ready for the honey production this summer.